Hey guys, how's it going? So, I'm going to tell you what are your options you can do when your son comes to you and says, "Oh, school is so stressful, so much pressure." He says, "Why is school so stressful?" Right? And here is what I do with my son. And I think it is great. I think it's a great option, and I want to offer it to you. And of course, when he says that to me, I feel full desire to oh my gosh, my baby's stressed. I want to help him, coach him, tell him all the things so that he doesn't feel stressed. So the first thing I do is just pump the brakes. I'm like, okay, slow down. And I don't respond. I just kind of keep listening and I just don't freak out. I just kind of give myself the permission to not freak out. So that, first of all, I remind myself this is not a big deal, that my son is stressed, okay? I have to tell myself that because I believe that in life, right, we're supposed to experience all different emotions. And that also means that my son is supposed to experience all the different emotions. And that means bad emotions too, negative emotions, right? And so I have to remind myself, this is okay that my son is stressed. It's okay. It's not a tragedy. Nothing has gone wrong. It's supposed to be this way. This is normal. And so I have to give myself that message first, right? And so once I calm down, I want to send that message to him as well. And I do that simply by not freaking out. I don't jump to fix a situation. I don't give him a million solutions. I'm like, oh no, school shouldn't be stressful, right? I don't say any of that. I simply want to give them the message that this is normal. This is part of life. Because when he grows up, that's going to be part of life. And already he's in school and that's part of his life. And this is normal and expected. And we are expected to have all sorts of different emotions. And so this is normal, right? Nothing has gone wrong. I want him to get that message. And so I don't respond like right away. I kind of give myself a break. And basically I don't react in any way like as if he said there was a problem, right? So if he tells me, oh, I'm going to my friend's house tomorrow, I'm like, okay, good, right? And the same thing here, he says, oh, mom, school is stressful. I'm like, oh, okay, right? So I want to react in a neutral way, like this is not a problem. First of all, this is for me, for my own sanity, and I want to send him that message first, right? After that, I'm going to allow myself to help him in a calm way, right? If he wants that help. Sometimes I don't even go there because I think if he's not receptive, if it's too late in bedtime, or if I'm not in a great spot to help him like calmly. But sometimes if he wants to continue talking about it, then I would offer him something like, okay, I ask him, can you handle it? He goes, yeah. And so then I ask him, okay, how do you feel when you think you can handle it? And he goes, good. But with this question, I want to show him that different thoughts will cause him to feel different things about school, right? So sure, you can think school is stressful, but also, and you feel stressed, but also when you think I can handle it, you feel good, right? So this is what I also want to remind you as a mom. All of your son's emotions are coming from his thoughts. They're not coming from his school load or workload or homework or anything. It's simply in that moment he's having a thought that's creating stress. And if he thinks that thought all the time, then he's going to feel that stress all the time. So reminder, right, that's where our feelings come from. So that's the help I want to give to my son. I want to kind of gently pull him away from this one thought, and I want to show him that he also has other thoughts available to him about the same thing, right? So, and as a coach, I really sometimes want to say, oh, you don't have to think right? School is stressful. Why do you want to think that? And I let it go, and I'm letting him keep that thought. If he wants to keep it, keep it. And also, I want to point out the other thought that he already has in his head, like I can handle it, or I'm handling it. And so I want to point out that, right? I want to let him keep all his thoughts, and I want him to fight for them. I just simply want to kind of give him a little bit, like take his head out of the sand and turn around and say, hey, did you notice this as well, right? Yes, school is stressful, and also you are handling it, right? It makes me feel good as a mom because I remind myself, okay, not everything is a tragedy, and not everything is a problem. Feeling stress is totally normal, and that feeling of stress is just coming from his head. Totally fine. And by the way, did you notice that you're actually handling it? You're doing it, right? So you could think that, right? You're like, I'm really handling it really well, right? Or I could handle it better, right? But that's just still, right? Changing the thought about the schoolwork is still going to allow him to feel a difference in how he feels. And so that's what I offer to my boys as much as I can. But I think even the more powerful message that I want to send to them, and I hope I am sending to them, and I want to offer to you as well, is that this is not a problem, right? It's not a problem. It's something that is optional for you to feel, but we will all feel that sometimes, and it's fine, right? And we don't need to always strive to be happy all the time. And so, first of all, it's not a problem. There's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with the school. And if I want to change how I'm feeling, I simply have options, and I can take a look at other things I could be thinking about school, and so I can change how I feel. All right. So that's obviously a little conversation that I recently had with my boy. And as a mom, I totally feel you. I really, 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 as a mom, as a human mom, not a coach, nothing, I just want to kind of give him all the tools and tell him all the things, right? So that he's like, oh, right, mom, you were right. I feel great now, right? Everything's awesome. School is not stressful, right? So I have to really kind of calm myself down there and say, it's okay. He's also human. Little humans are supposed to have the same problems we have. And that's when we practice helping them. That's when we practice showing the reaction to those things that we would like, right? Like, this is normal. That's the reaction, right? And this is the time that I want to guide him through all the grown-up feelings that he is having and will have, right? Okay, well, I hope this is helpful. I'm pretty sure this is going to be helpful for a lot of people. So if you need any other help in that department, if you need any help guiding you through your feelings and kind of talking through them a bit more than, by the way, one note, as I just said that, one note, sometimes when your son comes to you with something like this, and he is in a lot of emotion, right? If he is in a lot of emotion, I would recommend just letting him process that emotion, meaning let him be upset and just be there for him, witness that, and be there, that kind of the soft landing. Just let him be upset for a while and don't try to change anything. Don't try to say anything. Just be there in a loving support and practice that belief that any emotion is okay. And he's having an emotion right now. He's feeling it right now. And once you feel all the emotion all the way through, it will go away. Okay? So that's not a good time to help my son when he's really upset. He's not receptive. He needs to process his emotion. He needs to be upset or stressed or angry or whatever. And so that's when I just let him be upset for a while. And sometimes I have to help him process it because sometimes he's fighting it. He doesn't want to be upset. So that's, if you need help with that, I can definitely teach you how to do that and help you do that for yourself as well. If you have any more questions, that's, I think that would be a different episode, and almost like it needs to be a hands-on session where I can guide you through that and help you do that for yourself, so then you can help do that for your child. But that was just a side note, right? If your child is experiencing a lot of emotion, this is just a time to let him experience it and not give him any questions like, what else could you be thinking, right? So that's just one side note. So if you need any help, you can always find me on my website, www.coachingnatalia.com. It's always in my show notes, the link to a free session. First session is free. You can tell me all the things you want to change and what you're struggling with, and I can definitely help you and tell you how I can help you. And after the first session, you will walk away with a better understanding of the problem and the solution. And I highly, highly recommend getting coached, because that is something that will change your life for the rest of your life, not only in this department, but in every aspect of your life. Okay, guys? So go to sign up for a free session. If you can't find the time that works for you, you can always email me at natalia@coachingnatalia.com, and we'll talk soon. Okay, guys? Well, have a great rest of your week. I love you. Bye.